this is my channel, Lifestyle Lakeisha Soul Washington. This channel is mainly aimed at giving life skills advice to former kids who have aged out of the foster care system. This episode will be a planning episode about what you should be doing the first year you age out. And also, if you are interested in this topic, please keep watching and please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bells. And if you know a foster kid who has recently aged out of the system, please recommend this channel to him or her. Okay, so the last episode we talked mainly about two basic things. Your housing situation and your documents. How you should procure your documents before you leave, and also some different options of housing that you have, such as going to college or getting extended care through the foster care agency or the military. We talked about those various situations. So this week we're going to talk about finding a job, keeping a job, what kind of job you should work, and also some life choices that you might be making right about now. But I just wanted to add one additional note about the last episode. First of all, about document protection. So you're going to have your birth certificate, social security card, hopefully a driver's license by the time you get out of foster care. You really need to guard those documents with your life. You know, if you're sleeping in a house with multiple people, when I went to sleep, I used to keep those things in my bra. You know, if you're a guy, you know, make sure that, you have them somewhere safe and secure. Because if you lose those documents, that could set you back a year or 2 years even. So please protect those documents. And also about the housing situation, if you're still not unsure about your housing situation, you might want to start scouting out different homeless shelters. All right. So I don't know if I talked about this in the last episode, but the homeless shelters in the suburbs are much better than the homeless shelters in the cities. The homeless shelters in the suburbs, they give you gym memberships and definitely free clothes, free food. They do that in the ones in the city, but you actually have better quality clothes coming because you get the people from the suburbs given to those shelters. So actually there's a little bit better quality clothes, a little bit better quality food, and they also give you options for different things too. So you might want to think about that. All right, so finding and keeping a job. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about finding a job. Okay, so you want to have your applications together. You're gonna go online to do a lot of applications, Walmart, McDonald's, wherever. And so you want to keep a track of where you applied, whom you applied to, and who you spoke to. So you need to keep in your memo section of your phone each place that you applied for. So you definitely want to do that. And then you want to have an application, a resume, a cover sheet ready to go in case you run into a job that you might have an opportunity for. You can get help at the local library for those things. And then you can also go online and get download resumes, and they have a lot of different options there. And then you might be wondering, well, where do I print all this stuff out? I don't have a computer to work on. Again, use the library. The library is a good place for all that. And then also going on an interview. So if you go YouTube, use YouTube, and they have a lot of different videos about interview skills and what you should wear to an interview. Make sure you show up on time. So all these things are applicable. So YouTube is a great resource. Make sure you use it. Also, when you are aging out, you do have a guidance counselor in high school. So another option that you could go into for looking for a job is a thing called Job Corps. Okay, so your guidance counselor would also head you in that direction. With Job Corps, they give you a particular job. It's like an apprenticeship. It gives you a career outlet to go into, and I think they provide housing and food. So that's a really good outlet. Then you have your social worker at your foster care agency. Maybe they know of some jobs that they offer specifically the foster kids aging out. They do have those options. Again, the library is a great resource. Not only do they give you your resume and your cover letters, but they also have postings for jobs in the community. And last but not least is the unemployment office. You do not have to be on unemployment, receiving unemployment benefits to utilize the unemployment office. You can also go to the unemployment office and they will have listings. You can also do your resume and your cover letter there too, because they have computers there. So you have a lot of different options of looking for a job. All right, so another thing you want to consider about a job is job distance. You do not want to work too far away from home, and then you have like a 2-hour commute. And the reason why is because if you have a 2-hour commute, that's 4 hours out of your day, right, just to get to the job. And then the more you commute, the more money you're spending in transportation. All right, so you, even if it's a job that's closer to home, you might want to take that job over another job that's further away, that's paying a little bit more money, because the commute will wear you out physically, and the money you have to use to commute is going to take from your finances. And also, if you decide to work 2 jobs, it is imperative that you take 1 day off the week, 1 day out of the week, that you don't work either job or go to school. You have to have 1 day to yourself, all right? No one can work 7 days a week and not eventually burn out, right? That can't happen. So you have to have 1 day off where you're not going to school and you're not going to work. All right, and another thing, if you're in school full-time, a trade school, or you're in college, you should not be working more than 4 days a week. You need time to study, all right? So you have to, don't work more than 4 days a week. And if you have a heavy credit load, or you're into the sciences or the maths, you might want to even go down to 2 days a week. All right. So there's no reason for you to be working a whole bunch of hours. All right. You have food and you have housing on campus. So all you're really doing is buying your toiletries, a little bit of clothes, and maybe saving up for a car. So there's no need for you to be working all those hours. All that time you have in school, you're not going to get it back. You need to study and make the best use of your time in school. All right, and another thing, what type of job should you take? All right, first of all, if you're on a college campus, they do have campus jobs. You can get one of those. Now, if you decide to work off campus, I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice. All right, make sure you go to a job where you have a uniform. Whether it be you working in a hospital and you have to wear scrubs, you're working in a drugstore and they give you a uniform, or you're working in a restaurant where they give you a uniform. Now, this is the thing. You can go work at Macy's, which is a clothing store, or Aeropostale, which is another clothing store in the mall. The problem with that is you have to spend money on your clothes to go to work. All right. With a uniform, a job that has a uniform, you basically have your clothes. You don't have to invest a whole bunch of money to go to work. All right. So you want to think about that. Now, good thing about working in a restaurant is that they have food available. So let's say you're on summer break from school and the cafeteria is closed. You have somewhere to go eat. So you have your clothing down pat, because you don't have to worry about that, and you have your food down pat. So you might want to think about restaurants. That's a good option. I like drugstores too, because they give you a uniform, and then they give you a lot of discounts, and they usually have food in the drugstore. Hospital is a good option because, again, you have scrubs, and then they do provide you discounts at the hospital for food. So basically think about jobs where uniform is provided and where you can have a source of food. Okay, so let's say you do get this job and you find out it's a crummy job, the people there are crummy and they're not treating you right. Okay, it's well within your right to quit. All right, but please do not quit until you find another job. All right, you don't have options that other kids do. Other kids, when they quit a job, they just go home to their mommy and cry, "Oh, I don't have any money. Can you pay my cell phone?" You don't have that option. All right, so make sure you always have a backup plan before you go to another job. All right, find a second job. And remember that old Ukrainian guy I was telling you about in the last video? He said, "Oh, life is a business." He also gave me another piece of advice, which is very applicable to this situation too. And that is, do you know when you start getting ready for your second job or the job that you're going to go to next? I said, "No, I don't know. When are you supposed to do that? Maybe 2 weeks before?" He said, "No, you start looking for your second job the first day you start the first job." All right. So always be on the lookout for better opportunity. All right. Have your resume updated once in a while. Do that, a couple of times a year. And just always be on the lookout. Make contacts. Thank you for watching my channel, Lifestyle Lakeisha Soul Washington. Again, if you are not a foster kid, but you are watching this channel, please recommend this channel to a person whom you think would benefit. Please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bells. And please leave comments of your experiences aging out of foster care. Thank you.